Hello there, Watchy people, how's it going? Welcome along to the Rags to Riches series on Farming Simulator 22 as a very noisy JCB goes past and somehow shines its headlights inside my closed shed. It's very clever, that. Wow. Yes, last time I've decided to do a midweek episode of Farming Sim because I really enjoy this game and I just want to play it a lot, and so you're getting one of these today, so I'm sorry about that if it's not your thing. But I love this game and I want to play it, so I'm going to play it today. That's what I've decided. I occasionally, I don't normally like watch numbers on YouTube, but occasionally I have a look through and just see what's doing well and what's not. It's actually, over time, Farming Sim seems to do really well. On the day of release, it doesn't get very many. But then over like the following week, it kind of builds up the numbers and people do actually watch it. So I think it's fair enough for me to do this during the week. I kind of, in my mind, I a bit put it on the weekend as a kind of like, it doesn't matter if nobody watches, it's just a weekend video. That doesn't matter very much, when it's a really bad way of looking at it. It's not even true, let alone, useful. But anyway, back to the farming. We're doing it today regardless. So, yes, last episode you guys guessed how many bales we had. It should have been the same amount every time, I think, regardless of whether it's hay or silage. I suppose, yield possibly different if I haven't fertilised properly or something, or if I've, done something badly. But we got 17 bales anyway, I believe. Sorry, 19 bales. We got 90 bales, and I believe the closest Ford. Oh, my cat Ford just jumped on the floor and stood on a load of plastic bags, making lots of noise. Go sit on your shelf. Good boy. Yes, we got 19 bales. I believe the closest guess was William with 17. Skyfire guessed 22. And Greg did... Greg cheated. He didn't give me a number. He just said the same as last time, which is fairly obvious. So I'm not giving you any points for that, Greg. That's just lazy. Come on, give me a number next time. So we got to wait for these things to ferment. They're only 3% fermented. It is 4:30 on November afternoon, which probably means we don't have much to do. In the comments again last time, though, I did get chatting with William about bees, because I did actually have that in mind to do. So it's kind of fortuitous that he mentioned bees as well. And then he said something about getting a honey pallet rack, which confused me. I thought he was like trying to describe a way of putting down your honey spawn point, because the way they work is you put down hives and then you have to put down a separate entity that spawns the pallets, and they supposedly they have to be within 100 meters, but William reckons that that's a bit of a fallacy and that actually they can be as far away as you like. But you only get one spawn point. So what I thought he was saying was that you have to put your spawn point down in a particular way, like arranged with the hives or something, put them in a certain formation, and then you can get the most out of it. But actually, I completely misunderstood him. What he was saying is that Honey Pallet Rack was a mod which you can get, which basically replaces the spawn point and gives you a much more room for them to spawn on. So I went and had a look before I started, and I actually found 3 mods, and I've installed them all. I don't know whether they're gonna conflict with each other. They probably will. But if you look under animals, is it animals? Bees, here we go. So we now have, they've added more beehives, or maybe they've come in with the mods, I'm not sure. These are the ones I knew about, this one and this one. So you've got elongated. That's very cool. You've got these, you put down these and the bees are in there, and then they go away and they make honey. And then you put down this is where they spawn. However, the mod means I can put in, for example, if you look at the original one, that is that big, which is basically room for, like, I don't know, it might even be only one pallet. But it's not very many, let's put it that way. Whereas for £500 I can buy this, which is a rack that spawns like 6 of them on, all in one go, which is quite cool. there's also this one for £15,000. I can buy a factory, or sorry, a warehouse. Let's call it a warehouse because that's more accurate. Where the eggs, I'm getting my animals mixed up. The honey will then go automatically into there, and then it will come out on this. It can store 30,000 litres, and then they will spawn the pallets on the point that's marked there on the outside. So you're never going to lose any. Alternatively, there's this whole other mod again that gives you different sizes. You can have 4x4, which I'm guessing is actually probably the same as the standard one. I think that's what it is. All the way up to a 32, which is 16 by 2. What that means is you can it will stack 16 pallets in the space, and then it will double stack them so they're too high. So I think that's really cool. Interesting pricing though, like it's barely different. I guess it makes sense because all you're doing is putting 4 corners down. They ought to be the same price because all you're doing is getting either paint or tape that's got yellow and black on it and taping the corners, and they're the same size regardless of how far apart they are, which is kind of funny. So yeah, I'm thinking today we might get into some beehives. So we need to decide where to put them as well, because in theory they should benefit the crops that are surrounding them. So it makes sense to put them in the arable fields, really. Like maybe on this corner here. This would seem like the appropriate place to put them. So I'm going to pick one of these fields, I think, and just maybe not the small one because it is really small, isn't it? Although, which field is this? I don't know where I'm at right now. So I'm now in... Yeah, 84 is the small one. Okay, yeah. So I'm thinking probably in this one. Maybe put the bees along this edge. And then they're next to 3 fields. I could even put them further up here. I don't know. This is such a hard call to make. And then I've got to put the pallet spawners somewhere as well, which I could go right on the end here. It probably makes sense to do that. We'll put them here and then line them up along this hedge. And then we can add as many as we want in future. So I think that might be something that we're going to do right now, in fact. So let's get... I suppose... What should we do? This is growing. I mean, it's not going to be much crop, is it? But even so... It might make sense to wait until we've harvested this and then put the bees down. I'm not sure. Now, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's not very expensive to plant a crop, so we're not going to lose much. So let's go to animals, bees, and then we're going to put down the biggest one. In fact, what we'll do first is put down the spawn point, and we'll rotate it. I don't suppose it really matters which way round it goes. I can't actually see where that's going though. There's the other end. Gosh, it's really hard to tell underneath the crop where that's going. I wonder if the crop will be removed. There we go. That's down, and that's pretty perfect placement. If I do say so myself. I think that's a good one to do because that way, no matter how long we leave it, it doesn't really matter. So I think we'll start with just the one hive for now. Let's make sure that that's actually in line. It does look very in line. So I think we'll line it up with that one. So maybe like that. And oof, beautiful. There we go. So we spent a fair chunk of money today, but it's going to make us more, so that's the main thing. Let's go to landscaping and painting, and we'll get the grass and which, there we go, that's what does it. We'll put a bit of grass down behind here just so that it's nicely, it's got a bit, you know, a bit of space around it, so we can sort of pretend that we're going to walk there. Let's get some, what's that? Your animal mud. I think that's the right one. There we go, and we can come into the end there, and I'm gonna. That's not the right mud, is it? Is it that one? Yeah, it's forest ground that I've been using. There we go. That looks quite nice. Actually, it's not forest ground, is it? What's the difference? Just dirt. Okay. Well, we've got the mod in for free landscaping anyway, which is a bit of a cheat, but you know what? That's how I roll today. That's what I'm feeling like. So there we go. Lovely. That looks good. What's? Oh, it's me. I was like, what's that in the field? It's actually me standing there. So that's cool. Nice. So as we get some more money, we can invest more in the bees, and yeah, should be very nice. They're probably not very active in November, so it's probably. Oh, range 150 meters. Okay. Interesting. So we can probably line a load up there. But for now, that's a cool thing. That's going to start generating us a little bit more money yet again. So, I don't know what else. I don't think there's anything else to do. Let's have a look at our fields. Obviously, there's nothing to do in the fields. They're all fully fertilised. They're ready. That's fine. However, look at the planting calendar. I'm thinking next year we might try and do something different, stagger the fields a bit. So I might leave one empty, or I guess I can plant it with oilseed radish fairly early and leave that in until it's time to sow something different. I think we'll go for soybeans because we've not done that. That would be a nice, interesting thing. The trouble is that it grows very quickly, but you can't do anything else with the field in the meantime. You could plant grass, but that's not very useful. You get one cut off of it and then you'd have to do it again, which is annoying. So yeah, I think that's basically it. Yeah. It's just grass. You can't do anything. Oh, hang on. No, that's... Yeah, none of the root crops are good either. So if we do soybeans, it's difficult with crop rotation. That's the trouble. By the time, I suppose, yeah, you can plant soybeans and then you can replant one of the cereal crops again straight after. So that might work. I guess we'll do that. And then after we harvest them the next time, we'll wait a bit longer again and then do soybeans again. So we can rotate a little bit. But what I might do is rotate the fields so that they alternate. And that way we won't have to do all 3 fields at once every time. So I think that's what we'll do. Anything happening this month? It's eggs. We've got 83 litres of eggs, so we're not going to do anything with that. Next month, though, is canola sale time. So let's speed up some time and get ourselves into canola selling season. I think that will be great. I didn't check the greenhouses and the animals, but I'm pretty sure they're all fine. Come on, let's get some light. There we go. Maybe a bit more light than that. There we go, that's plenty of light. Let's check those now. So animals, yeah, you got loads of food, loads of food. It says that you haven't got much food, but you've realistically got loads of food because you don't use very much. And then productions, loads of water. So we're fine with all of that stuff. So that's superb. And yeah, as I mentioned in the last video, the grass is now gone for December. So we have to wait until, I think it's April before we can cut it again. Maybe even later. It might even be May. So, what was I going to do? Oh, selling. That's right. It's selling things time. Let's jump into the Fent and turn on my controller. I haven't used my controller this episode so far. I only use it for driving. When I'm on foot, I use keyboard and mouse. It's much easier to control. Come on. Come on. You can connect faster than that, controller. It's genuinely not connecting. Oh, there it goes, finally. My word, that took a long time. I think this thing needs an update, to be honest. I should probably do that at some point. I know that there's been some new software out. So I need... We haven't got a big trailer, actually. Maybe we should buy a big trailer. don't know how much canola we've got, but that does seem to be the thing to do this month. So let's hook up our little trailer. This holds 8,000 litres. Let's just double check time-saving stock check. Chock stack. So canola needs to go this month. 35 grand. It's dropping already. Max value is 36. I wonder why that's dropping. So we got 16,000 litres. So that's more than 2 runs. So I'm wondering whether it is worth us looking at the store. Let's look at sales. I never look at sales. What have we got in sales? Can't afford you. Can't afford you. Well, I can't afford anything. I can afford a side dump auger wagon, but that's not really very useful. That'd be good though. Like if you had the money to buy that truck and that trailer in one go, that'd be pretty cool. Although it only holds 16.8 meters cubed, which is not fantastic. So let's look at trailers, and I believe I have a modded one of these that holds 8,000. So it's only the same as the trailer we've got, so that's not great. 12.1, 12 to 22, so that for 17 grand that's going to be 12.6. So that's still more than one run. 16.8, that would just about do it. In fact, that's the one that was on sale, wasn't it? This one holds 18.5, so that would do it in one run, and that's 23 grand. So that's the same trailer but with a drawbar instead of a dolly, and it's worth it for that money. So I might wait until we can afford that one, to be fair. What about the modded trailers then, because these are all getting too stupidly big now. So modded trailers, 19,000 for that one, and that's 14, so that's still not quite one run. That's crazy. 14, I guess that's a decent amount though, isn't it? It's kind of a shame that it doesn't quite do exactly what we want, but for the money it's a decent amount. I don't know, I guess it's pointless doing it right now because it's still going to be 2 runs no matter what I do. Although wasn't it 2 and a bit runs, because I think the trailer I've got holds 8,000 and it was more than 16,000. So, whereas it will be 2 runs with this. You know what, I think we're going to buy this. I think we're going to buy it. And then we are going to sell our little trailer here. So we're going to go to the shop, get this sorted, and then come back for the grain. And then figure out where we're going, because I forgot to look at where we're selling it. Could be any one of the sell points around the map. A lot of traffic out here today. There's the new trailer with a cover and everything. I didn't actually check whether it was upgradable. Probably should have looked at that. One of those things, yeah, that I definitely overlooked. Let's drop you there then. And then we'll go over here. Hook up to you. And we'll check it when we're home actually, because if we can reconfigure it, then it's cheaper to do ourselves. Right, let's run over here. And then Zod, we'll repair you for a £5 and get probably a tenner back. And then sell you for 1,700. That's cool. Nice. Right, let's jump back in here. And get ourselves home again. Okay, now the worry here is, does this actually fit underneath the thing? It does actually, yeah, that is quite a high part on there. Blimey, I'm not doing very good at getting it under it though. Let's try that again. That way. There we go. There you go. Like that. Superb. Right, now we need canola. 14,000 litres of, please. And while that's filling, we can check where to sell it. So it's sell everything. So it's still a little bit below the price it should be, which is interesting, but it's close, so we're not going to complain. Canola should be at 2163, and it's actually at 2110. Wait, hang on. Bally Spring Mart is better. 2140. 2158. Oh, sell everything is best. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. 2163. Okay, so it's pretty damn close. So we'll tag that. And get this done. Gosh, it's still filling. That whole time I was in the menu. It's a very slow fill from this silo. At some point we'll upgrade to one of the big game silos, main game silos, rather than a modded one, and we'll see what happens. But for now we'll be happy with 14,000 litres. So everything I believe is the one up to the north of us, isn't it? So yeah, it's over there. Right. Load number 1 then. Hopefully we won't have any. Let's put the roof on, because why not? I've got a feeling I might have accidentally changed the tip side or something. Don't know what I was doing with... Oh, it doesn't do anything. That's fine then. I was pressing left bumper and right on the D-pad before I realised it was the left to open the cover. So I wondered if I'd like changed the tip side, because you can tip out of... I don't think you can tip from the sides of this one, but you can choose between the main drop or the grain door, and if it comes out the grain door it is dead slow, so you don't really want that. So I'm assuming it's an option. I didn't check whether this could be upgraded actually. I probably should have done that before leaving, because I might have been able to fit all of the grain in it. That would have been a sensible thing to check. Never mind. Never mind, there's always next time. Right. The second load is going to be very, very feeble. Right, there we go. Tip you, and hopefully, yeah, that's the whole back end. Lovely. Money is going up. Grain is going down. That's the right direction. Lovely. 30,000 from that harvest. I don't know what we actually spend on those fields in seed and fertilizer and stuff. It's probably less than $2,000 though. The herbicide is the most expensive thing you have to spray on there. Hopefully in future we won't have to do that though. But we do now have a pallet or an IBC, whatever it's called, of herbicide, so if we do need to do it again, then all we have to do is get a sprayer. But hopefully we'll remember to actually weed the field, to run the hoe through it, because that is the best outcome. So let's check if we can modify the trailer, just for future reference. So now we're going to be staggering the fields. We're not going to have that much of one crop anymore. At least that's the idea. Right, let's jump out and go stand here. That one. Let's customize you. So we can change the wheel brand. Doesn't really make any difference. Wheel setup, wide tyres. Oh, okay. So that does change the price then. Cover, yes, no, doesn't make any difference, and then you change the colour. Okay, so it cannot hold any more than it already is. Oh, blimey, I was just trying to get in the one I was next to. It's absolutely maxed out, which is fine. And then more canola. How much was in there? 2,000 and something. Which is not to be sneezed at, I suppose. It's still a decent amount. Gosh. 2,500. So we will get a little bit more money back. And that makes our bank account much, much happier. And here we are back again for the second load. So actually, yeah, it would have been, with the other trailer, it would have been 3 loads, not 2. So this was, although it was another expense... am I in the wrong place? This was where we were, right? That's our tyre marks from last time. What's happening? Why am I not getting the... Oh, I'm not selected the trailer, that's why. That worried me for a second there. I was like, what? They stopped buying canola? That would suck, wouldn't it? There we are. Five and a bit grand for that little piece. That's just shows you how worth doing it is. Well, there we go. That's been an interesting day on the farm. I hadn't expected to get into bees this early, actually. I had it in mind to do, and then William just happened to mention it in the comments. At least I think it was that way around. I don't think I mentioned... Did I mention it in the episode? Maybe I did. Who knows? Anyway. Oh yeah, he did just mention it. I just got the comment next to me. I can see it. Eggs are a great source of income. Another good passive income is honey. So yeah, I don't think I mentioned it. I think he brought it up. But I did have it in mind, so it was well timed, the comment. I wasn't going to do it quite as soon as we did, but you know what? It's another good income stream, so it's going to help us to earn the money that we want a little bit quicker. So let's pop this trailer in here, out of the way. Is the grass all fertilised, by the way? I didn't check that. I'm pretty sure I fertilised it straight after I cut it, because I usually try to do it like that. I might move this across to that side a bit more, so we got some more access to the spreader there. There we go. That'll do nicely. Turn that off there, and I'll just double check the fertilization in that field and the grass. Yeah, the grass is all done. It's all good. Amazing. So that is going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching, people. I hope you enjoyed this extra midweek taste of the farm. Otherwise, it'll be back on Sundays as usual. When I get time to do it, basically. I might, if it's well received, I might do a bit more in the week. But it's one of those that when I don't feel like doing anything else, I quite often feel like farming. So it's a good one to do to fill the gap. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video. If you guessed 17 bales, or 19 bales, sorry. Even if you didn't put it in a comment, well done to you. And yeah, join me again next time. See you later. Bye!